Hello everybody, my name is Naomi Alejandra Soto. This is a presentation for the course of Vocabulary and Pronunciation. This is Unit 4B, Summative Task. Let's get started. First, we have the vocal tract anatomy. We have here an image for you to visually see the different areas that are going to be mentioned. And this will be the definition. The vocal tract is a cavity in the human body where the sound is produced. It is pretty simple, but it doesn't mean that this isn't important. How does it work? The sound is produced when air is pushed up from the lungs. The movements within the vocal tract create each a unique sound. It covers the area from the nose and the nasal cavity down to the vocal cords deep in the throat. Here in the image we have some examples like the nasal cavity, the lips, the jaw, the tongue, the palate, the oral cavity, larynx, etc. Moving on, we have phonemes and allophones. Phonemes are the smallest units of sound in a language that can distinguish meaning. They are not tied to any specific sound. Then we have allophones. They are actual spoken variants of a phoneme. They do not change the meaning of a word and are context dependent. Here we have, of course, an image and some examples of some words. The first one we have S, that is a sound found in sol and it is aspirated. And we have T, that it is a sound in true, it is also aspirated. Now we have phonemics features of phonology. We have voicing. They are sounds produced with vibrating vocals fold. These are said to be called voiced. We have nasality. Sounds in which air flows through the nose are called nasal sounds. The air is allowed into the nose by lowering the velum, the soft palate at the back of the mouth. And finally, we have lip rounding. Is the change and shift in our lips when we produce vowels that provokes our lips to become rounded as we speak and pronunciate the different types of words. Next up, we have phonetic composition. Exactly in word stress, this will refer to how each syllable in a word is pronounced, adding different levels of emphasis to different areas of the word. Here we have some examples. We have first information. Here you have the phonetic composition. We have a stress pattern. The primary stress is on the third syllable. It will be indicated by the symbol in the top, and it is before made, so information. We have photography. We have the phonetic composition, a stress pattern. The primary stress is on the second syllable, indicated also by this little symbol before the. So photography. We have geography. We have the phonetic composition. We have also the stress pattern. The primary stress is on the second syllable, indicated again by the little symbol before D. So geography. So the G. The next slide we have the phonetic reduction. It is divided in these three categories. We have first vowel reduction. Some common examples would be memory, chocolate, and camera. We also have strong and weak forms. We have the example can. We have the strong form, and we also have the weak form, indicated by the capital letters of each word. We also have and, also strong and weak form. We have strong, and the weak form. And it includes two different types of examples. And lastly, we have assimilation and elision. For assimilation, we'll have I will beat you out of here. You need to face your fears. And for elision, we have family. It will skip the vowel in the second syllable. We have chocolate. It would omit the second syllable. And we have camera. It will leave out the second syllable. As a closing argument, I would like for you to think, what do you learn and what do you take from these topics? For example, I think that this was a really important topic as we have seen it before. They were actually teaching us these concepts and these definitions. We have seen it before as a learner, and that is why it is so important for us to know how to teach it to the future students that we're going to be having, because vocabulary and pronunciation and all the different categories that we have just viewed, the different ramifications, like it would be phonemes and allophones, phonetics composition. Yes, our students might not need to have the knowledge like we have it right now, that it is so in depth and it is covering a lot of aspects about these topics. They might not going to be used in their daily lives, as we're probably just going to be teaching the English language. But it is still very important for us to understand, so that we can aid students who have difficulties and they still don't understand or identify what they are. It is because they will have these topics as the root of their problem, and that is when we're going to be interfering with the knowledge that we just learned. It is a really interesting topic. I would like to encourage every person that is hearing me to seek out more and to try and find the necessary information for them to create a better ambient and a greater performance to those students that are going to be now in the care of us as future teachers. That will be all from my part. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in.